Okay, good morning, class.
Good morning, madam.
This morning we'll be discussing parts of complex. Parts of complex numbers. What are the parts of the complex numbers? As written on the board, Z represents complex number. X is the real number. Y is the imaginary unit. Y is the X is the real number. Y is the imaginary unit. This Y, this I satisfy the equation 1 squared, I squared is equal to -1. X is the real part of the complex equation. Y is the imaginary part. You just put the I beside it. Complex number. These are parts of the complex number. When you turn to page 4 and 5 of your textbook, it tells you different parts of complex number and the real parts and the imaginary part. In this case, you have to identify and state the real number. Real number is, here we did a mistake. As you can see, W is here. So in place of Z, it should be W. Because it's an imaginary value for W. So these are the exercises. As you can see, real number is equal to 3. Imaginary number is 2. -2. Real number for this equation is -half. Imaginary is 3. If it's W, there is no imaginary number. So it's this case. How are you going to solve this? First, you have to make Z the subject of the formula. How are you going to make it? -2i. -2i. This one cancels. 2z is equals to 3 minus I minus 2i. Solve this. Negative 2 and negative 1 is negative 3i. Divide by 2. Divide by 2. Cancel cancels. Z is equals to the real number is, you can divide these two. You can divide these two by so the real part, you have to look at the number, the letter. Imaginary number is negative 2. Moving on to the next question. Write in rectangular. Have you finished copying this?
Yes, madam.
Next question. You have to write this in rectangular form. Rectangular form is this way. Z is equals to 3 minus 2i. Or Z is equals to negative half plus 3. In this case, you just look at the imaginary and the real part. The complex consists of x plus yi, or real plus imaginary I. So you just substitute the real number, which is root 5, in place of the imaginary, in place of the real part and the imaginary part, half, and then you just straight away put the I. You have to see which letter is inside the brackets, so this says Z. If it's W, this changes to W. The last question. Write W into a rectangular form. As we can see, Z, in this case it's W. W consists of x plus I, yi. X is the real so in place of the real number is negative 1. In place of imaginary number is, I give you some time to copy. Okay, after, when you finish copying this, continue. Solving equation using equality rule, page 5, 1.14. Two complex numbers are equal only if the real and imaginary parts are equal. If they are equal, then it can be said that x is equals to a and y is equals to b. To solve this equation, take into account the equality rule. So, if z1 so if z1 is equals to z2, this means a is equals to x B is equals to Y. So this is the taking into account the equality rule. So solving one question. If this is equals 3 minus 4y I equals to x plus yi is, then you rearrange it together. This is the real part and this is the imaginary part. So this states that therefore x is equals to 3, y is equals to negative 4. So these are the two parts. Example 2. Example 2. Find the values of x and y. If 2 plus I is equals to x plus y1 I. You have to put them, align them together. Then this I has divisible 1. So when you solve it, so x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 2. This is how you find the values of x and y. So your homework, you'll have to do exercise 1.14, page 7, for solving equation using equality rule, and exercise 1.13, solving the different parts of complex numbers. So when you come tomorrow, we'll mark these questions. If you have any questions, please do ask, and so that I can explain more, so that you can know the difference and how to solve complex numbers also using the solving equations using the equality rule. So see you next class. Thank you very much.